right, so we're gonna start off here. This is my supply rack. I keep my stickers, my cards. On the top is all my cleaners and cups and everything sanitary. Extra bins, pens, everything you can think of. This was my hatchling rack. I will show you the new one in a minute. So this rack I'm using as a quarantine after quarantine. And what that means is I have a rack 2 floors above us that is for newcomers, and I quarantine them up there for 2 months. And then after they're clear and I don't see anything, I bring them back down in here for another month in this rack. I have 1 snake currently in the quarantine after quarantine rack. Here are my PVC enclosures. Top one is a short tail Sumatran. And she is very, very pretty. We'll meet her in a minute. The middle one is Bindy's enclosure, but she wasn't eating, so I moved her to a bin to see if that is going to help. So right now it's just storage for extra decor stuff. And the bottom one is my male Woma python, which will be Bindy's boyfriend hopefully within a year or 2. That's Jumanji. And then a whole bunch of storage in there. There's cups, wires, heat pads, heat tape, thermostats, whole bunch of stuff. And then underneath is where I keep my wrap bins until the following week. On to the next. This is my blue spiny tail iguana Shiloh's enclosure. Let's see if I can find him. Where are you, buddy? Hold on, it might take me a minute. I found him. That's Shiloh. He's hiding. What are you doing, bud? There he is. Hey, handsome boy. He's like, I don't want to be in the video, okay? Cool little hiding spot for him, I guess. So yeah, I picked up this stuff on the beach. We don't really have anything in Ontario that can harm reptiles. We don't have any native like pests or anything. So basically just hot water and scrub for the branches that I got. And it's kind of like one of my favorite touches to my room is my dinosaur tapestry. I have a very similar tattoo to the T-Rex there. I find it the most beautiful art that exists. You'll notice that there's like logs and stuff around my room. It's because I got those new big ones and I don't really know what to do with this stuff now until I build another iguana enclosure, which is going to go right here, and this stuff's going to swivel here. That'll be a whole different video, but that's the plan. Repti-Chip. Buy it, own it, use it. There's a plug. My incubator is made by Cornels World in Alberta, Canada. I do believe they ship to the United States, as well as obviously in Canada. I actually received this one from Mutation Creation Canada. He was just looking to upgrade his. So yeah, I snagged that one, which is friggin' awesome. I'll show you what's in the incubator in a second. This clutch is a Phantom Firefly female, bred to a pastel blackhead male, who I actually have to talk to the breeder. He's either 66% het lavender or 100% het lavender. I just haven't got around to ask him. There was a little bit of confusion there. This is the newly built baby rack. I actually really like this, even though it's melamine. I've had a hard time with my other melamine racks just because they're like so tight when you try to open them, and you know, they're just getting worn. But this one turned out really, really nice. Like, spent some time making it. Pretty soon, those babies will be in there. All right, we have my metal rack. So on the bottom there was just an empty tank. I ended up selling it just because I didn't really have any more plans to get any more lizards, and I couldn't think of a snake species that I wanted to keep in such a tall enclosure, so I just decided to let someone else enjoy it. So right now, these are my photo props. So most of my pictures, they're either in my hand, or you'll notice they're on either of these backgrounds. Found all these greeneries for 20 bucks. It was the best buy I could find. That is my bearded dragon. She's actually going to a new home. That is my toad, my cane toad lunchbox. She doesn't require any heat. She just sits at room temperature. She's got a big water dish in there that she can soak in. She really loves her super worms. I have to find night crawlers for her. I bet that she'd really like that. I'm gonna get her some hornworms today as a treat. And eventually this rack is going to go to make room for more iguana enclosures, which is kind of another reason why I was rehoming my bearded dragon, because the rack ideally I would like to not have. She is going to go on top of these, and I'll be keeping my toad. But other than that, that is how that's right. So any ball python that is larger than 500 grams are in these bins. These ones are my really big girls. I'm really wanting to upgrade to a 50-40 ARS, or I believe it's the 70-30. I haven't decided which. The 70-30 would definitely give them more room, so that's something to consider. These, I really would like these racks to go. I'll be keeping this one just because it's very nicely built. But these ones, they will be going on to new homes. This one probably getting burnt. This is my veiled chameleon P-trees enclosure. I'm not even gonna bother trying to find her. She hides super well, and she doesn't like me. So yeah, that I spent a lot of time decorating this enclosure. And if you're wondering why they have one bulb, they are heat UVB mixture bulbs. Both these two are getting the proper UVB. This is kind of like my snake shed corner. Originally it started out someone wanting to just come pick up the snake shed for art. So I just started hanging it on the tree to dry, and eventually it just kind of became a hoard when they didn't pick it up. So I guess I still kind of do it. I don't know, maybe I'll make like pendants or something out of it. This is my pride and joy. I would like 100 million more of these. I collect Screech and Papo dinosaurs. Any of the realistic dinosaur models, I don't know, I find them so cool. These are my two young iguanas, Indo and Jasper. At first I thought Indo was a female and Jasper was the male, and that's why I named them those names. But it turns out it's the exact opposite. Jasper is a female and Indo is a male, and their personalities did a switch too. Jasper used to be quite the people lizard, I suppose, and Indo wanted nothing to do with me, and now it's opposite. Indo has became the social butterfly, and now Jasper just wants to bite me. Hi Jasper. That's Jasper. Indo's been hiding a lot lately. I don't know if I'll find him, but I will look. Here's Indo. He's quite a bit bigger than Jasper, probably just because he's a male. Growth rate a little bit different. He's getting a new enclosure, hence like selling the bearded, getting rid of the rack, moving the PVCs, just so that he can get an enclosure the size of Shiloh's. Just, you know, reworking and prioritizing. I want to make sure that my iguanas get the best that they can, and make sure that... Part 2 to this video coming soon. I'm going to do a Meet the Reptiles room tour. So the toad, the womas, the Sumatran shorttail, lots of my ball pythons that we didn't see, all that kind of stuff you guys will be able to see in the following video. I'll be posting it in a couple of days, something like that. I will keep you posted. And that's a wrap. I really hope that you guys like it. I think it turned out 10 times better than the last room tour video. At least I have the horizontal recording this time instead of the vertical. Lessons were learned here. Any questions, please don't hesitate to drop them in the comments. I would appreciate it so much if you guys could hit that subscribe button. I love you all. Thank you for the continued support. I hope you have an amazing day.